Hey Andrea, confidence is not something you can fake because I smell low self-esteem the way a dog can smell fear. I know who walks the talk and who is just because when you're on the internet, it's really easy to be a badass. And I'm like you, I got you beat. I've been dealing with bullies and I don't use the H word because it's nothing against you. I'm not knocking you. It's just I've heard way too many people. I'm 27 years old. I'm so sick of hearing people in their 40s and 50s talk about haters. Okay? Yeah, that's right. I said it. Just like I speak my opinion just like I always have, and I've had dumb witches with a B calling me every name in the book, saying that I copy off of them. Um, I've always known who I was, and misery loves company, and that's what it always comes down to. Nobody tells me how to live my life. Nobody makes me pay for their own insecurities. Save your dime store psychoanalysis to just keep it to yourself because um, I know, actual licensed professional therapists that I could do a better job than, and I only have a high school diploma right now. And honestly, it took a long time for me to finally pick my major for college, and once and for all, I picked one of the things that I really wanted to do this whole time, which is addiction counseling. Because honestly, Dr. Drew makes me sick. When even doctors are being opportunistic and making TV shows, yes, I can understand a talk show that talks about like general health problems because there is an obesity epidemic in this country. I was a pharmacy technician, and yes, it's a pharmacist apprentice or whatever, or a pharmacist assistant. I was still certified by the state for 2 years. I still know. I learned a lot, retained a lot of info, and I was not, knowledge wise, I was a really good pharmacist, and I'm a really good multitasker, and I'm really good with people. It's just that it's not, I hate working for the health insurance industry in America because it's all about making money. It's all, even our own healthcare system is full of capitalist pigs. The people that are, whose job it is to, yeah, my hair is all messed up. People whose job it is to take care of you, whose welfare is in your hands, are becoming capitalist pigs. And screw you, Michael Moore. I started informing people about the condition of our healthcare industry long before you ever did. Screw you for Columbine too. You didn't live through it. I did. I wasn't there at Columbine, but I was one of the kids who was labeled in high school as a quote unquote terrorist just because I listened to Marilyn Manson and Korn and I dressed weird in so called dog collars and all that stuff. So, you know what? The bottom line is if you know who you are, if you know what your faults are and you're not afraid to own up to them. Just never be afraid to speak your mind, and don't ever think for a second that you're accountable for what other people say, because you aren't. It basically comes down to, like you said, mind your own damn business, worry about your own problems, and I am not a drama queen, and hardcore drama queens and hardcore gossips never stay in my close circle for long at all, because I don't play that shit. Pardon my language, but I'm 27 years old and I'm sick of giving people who are old enough to be my parents, I'm sick of chastising them for how freaking immature they are. And you don't like hearing the fact that, by the time you're 40 or something, if you haven't changed by then, you probably aren't going to. A, I'm not stupid enough to believe that I can change anybody anyway, and B, it's pretty much true. If you are, by the time you're 30 years old, you pretty much are who you are. Like your personality is pretty much set. But if you're gonna convince yourself you can't change, you're absolutely right. You can't change. If you think you can, then you're absolutely right. You can change. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can, you can. You're right either way. So, the choice is yours. And I've long before I even started making YouTube videos or blogging, I've always known who my friends are and who is using me for their own agenda. And you don't F with my family, because then there's a really ugly side to me that you don't want to see. That I don't like bringing out, because I'm a genuinely happy, unjaded person. I am cynical, but I am not jaded. And I think people just need to stop taking out what they don't like about themselves on other people. Because honestly, I don't tolerate racism, I don't tolerate bigotry, I don't tolerate gay bashing. I call people names, but, hate begets hate, violence begets violence, courage, or not exactly how the MLK quote goes, strength begets a greater strength. You reap what you sow at the end of the day. Because karma is a very real thing. It's called physics. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And you are who you hang out with isn't you, because your reputation is nothing more than what other people think of who you are. Your character is who you are. Your reputation means nothing. It's about them and their own neuroses and their own problems and their own little issues. It has your reputation has nothing to do with you. So, that's what I think about confidence. It's easy to act like you walk the talk online, not so much in person.